In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. May the peace, mercy, and the blessings of Allah be upon you all. Dear brothers and sisters, I sat alone and thought deeply about the universe, the human being, and life. I asked myself a strange question. What would a fetus say if I were to phone him and ask him about the circumstances there in his mother's womb? I dialed the phone, I called him up and asked him to tell me something about his life. How's he living there? His answer was, I'm happy here. Although my world's tiny, an umbilical cord feeds me. A strange amniotic fluid protects me against any outside effects. My world's ideal, no lying, no cheating, and no hypocrisy. I waited until the plane landed at the airport of life, and while the child was still crying, people around were cheerfully laughing. I asked him, what would you say now as a newcomer to our world? His answer was, your world is dark. Although it's a huge one, this life is weary, a tear aside, and I'll say goodbye and die. I wish I had stayed in my mother's womb for good, forever. I told him there is a way if you follow. You can change the terms of your life. Your sighs can become smiles. Your tears can become candles. Even your death can become life in itself. You came to this world crying. People around you were cheerfully laughing. Following that way, you die smiling and people around you crying. He immediately asked me, what's this way? How can I die smiling? Please tell me. I told him the only way to achieve this is to believe in Allah, the gracious, the merciful. Allah, the one and only. Allah is the absolute, the eternal. He begets not, nor is he begotten, and there is nothing co-equal to Allah. To believe in Allah, to believe in all his beautiful names, that he is the gracious, the merciful, the peace, the loving, the all-knowing, all of his beautiful names, to follow the straight way and the righteous path. If you do so, you will win paradise and gain immortality. And in paradise, by the mercy of Allah, you will enjoy life without death, youthfulness without old age, health without sickness, happiness without misery, and this is the real success. This is the success that I wish for all people all around the world, even for people and for jinns. Those who tested this straight way, they are happy around the clock. They know that Allah, the gracious, the merciful, the all-knowing, the loving, created them for a purpose. And this purpose is to worship Allah. Everything in this universe is created for us. Everything, the moons, the stars, the rivers, the oceans, the trees, everything is created for us, and we are created to worship Allah. So we must not forget the purpose that Allah created us for and focus on what Allah created for us. We need to have a balance. And what we plant here, we harvest in the hereafter. If we plant good deeds here, we will harvest by the mercy of Allah. We will harvest paradise. But if we plant bad deeds, God forbid, we will harvest hellfire. And man has the free choice. And upon your choice, Allah will reckon you on the day of judgment. Everyone says my way is the best way, but we have many isms thousands of isms in this world. We have socialism, capitalism, pragmatism, a lot of isms. But what is the correct ism? After years and years of investigation, the correct ism is Islamism. Because Islam means submission to the will and orders of Allah, and it means peace. As-salam. That's why the greeting of Muslims is, may the peace, mercy, and the blessings of Allah be upon you. What's the relationship between submission and peace? If we submit to Allah, we get peace. If we don't submit, we will never have peace, here 6 feet under or in the hereafter. So when we submit to Allah, we get comprehensive peace, here 6 feet under and in the hereafter. And when we say submission to Allah, submission to the will and orders of Allah, physically, whether we like it or not, we are Muslims, because we submit to Allah in the way we inhale and exhale, in the way we digest food, the circulation of blood in our bodies. We submit to Allah. We have no choice in this. But the most important thing is to submit in your mind, in your heart, in your soul. If you submit in your mind, heart, soul, and body already, this is total submission that leads to total peace. And one of the names of the beautiful names of Allah is the peace. The peace. And paradise is the home of peace. That is why humanity can be one big cooperative family if they submit to the will and orders of Allah. Because if we submit to the will and orders of Allah, we will love each other. We will not have hatred. We will not have wars. We will not have racial discrimination. We will not have any bad deeds. So those who seek paradise and seek happiness here, happiness 6 feet under, and happiness in the hereafter, where they enjoy life without death, youthfulness without old age, health without sickness, happiness without misery, they must obey the orders of Allah. And all the orders of Allah are for our benefit. Everything Allah orders us to do is for our benefit. Everything prohibited, Allah made it prohibited because it hurts us, because it's against our interests. May Allah bless you all. I pray that those who seek the truth will get it. Jesus, peace be upon him, said, seek the truth and the truth shall set you free. And Jesus, peace be upon him, said, if the blind leads the blind, both will fall into the ditch. We must not believe blindly. We need to investigate and find the straight way and the righteous path. May Allah guide us all to the straight path and the righteous way in this life. And may Allah bless you all. Have a nice day, and looking forward to meeting you again, inshallah.